Well, we are getting some more insight into the shooter, Wess Roley, tonight. His former roommate tells us he once called police on Roley over concerns he might become violent. Jim Melson is live in Sandpoint tonight with more on that. Jim?
Yeah, and we had heard that Roley was a bit of a transient. However, that ex-roommate said that he lived with him here at this apartment complex where his family stayed sometimes, that being the ex-roommate's family, including his children. It was about a 6-month stay for Roley. He left in January after they found him making some threatening gestures on the security cameras here. However, Roley left for good without incident after that happened. You could imagine their surprise when they heard the news this morning. A shockwave hit Sandpoint early Monday.
I woke up to a phone call this morning from my brother, and he was like, "Dude, you're not gonna believe this." I said, "What?" And he said, "Your roommate's name was Wess Roley, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he sent me the picture of him, and I read the news, and honestly, I was just freaking out really bad.
TJ Franks says he met Wess Roley through the tree service industry. He tells me the 20-year-old was living out of his van when he moved into Frank's apartment.
My mom was freaking out, and my whole family met him, and they've talked to him, and it's scary because I don't know, he could have flipped at any time.
Franks couldn't recall any conversations that may have hinted at a motive, which is still under investigation.
I mean, that is an absolutely disgusting thing to do. You know, my heart goes out to those firefighters' families because I respect law enforcement and firefighters especially. And it hurts my heart, but it also scares the crap out of me because he lived in my home under my roof. And
Sheriff Norris said that local law enforcement agencies did have some previous interactions with Roley. One of them, Franks says, was here, but again, those interactions were described as relatively minor. Also worth adding that Franks said he never saw any guns in the apartment. In fact, he said there was a specific agreement with Roley that guns would not be allowed here, again, because Frank sometimes had his children here. Live in Sandpoint, Jim Nelson, KREM 2 News.